What is behind the energy shift right now? It looks like for a lot of people around you, things are not happening as fast as they want to. They want it to happen, and they feel like they should be finished, or that they should be experiencing their happy ending, and they're not. So they're in this defensive place where they feel like they have to explain themselves here. They're defensive. They're short with you here. There's this possibility that you look like you're moving forward, but you're not saying anything about it here. So it's like, they're like, well, we're not going to say anything about it. Or that you are moving forward and you're just busy. You know, you're just focused on yourself, and people are taking that the wrong way, or they're jealous and when they're projecting onto you. So the energy around you could be for that reason there. They're not stable, and they haven't been reacting well to things. They're worried about how they've reacted to people in the past and towards you, and they're grieving things and really focusing on the negative, where things aren't perfect for you, but you have hope, and you keep on moving forward, and you do struggle a lot, and you do have crisis of faith, and you do have issues and traumas that you've been through here, but you don't let them stop you, and you're just not very vocal. You just don't talk about it. You don't trust the people around you to hold your concerns with care, so you don't say anything about it. So with this energy shift, what's going to happen here? Some people are going to realize that they've been stubborn with things, and they haven't walked away from things that are detrimental to them for fresh starts. For some of you, it's someone who wants to be in a relationship with you. They're realizing they have to walk away from what doesn't serve them anymore, things that they held on to for comfort here, because you represent something new. For others here, collectively, they're seeing and taking notes, I'm hearing from you, about how to have a new beginning, how to balance things out, how to bring good luck, or how to have a fortunate attitude about things instead of being passive aggressive here and spewing out bad stuff towards people angrily, or withdrawing and being passive aggressive and letting things pile up. That's how they always dealt with things. They see you do it differently, and they realize, okay, instead of maybe being angry about that with this person, maybe I can adopt that to a certain extent. It's like you have this leadership energy about you with this. Maybe they feel like you're taking all the balloons here. You're taking all the hope. But you've had to grow horns to stay strong here. And you're still soft with the deer here and with the baby deer here. It's like you're in touch with your inner child, and you're in touch with the soft part of you still. You know that faith, it says faith grows with evidence, and discipline builds a solid foundation. So you know with your discipline that it's ought to get you somewhere, is what I'm hearing. So you could be seeing feathers. I saw a feather here from your ancestors, and maybe you look for signs and you're very spiritually attuned. We also have the Thunderbird here about reclaiming your power, which I feel like you have this energy burst that's come from speaking your mind, making hard decisions, walking away from things that don't serve you here, and writing a new story. And knowing that, like, it's not important to answer the questions of your past here. You go towards it. You only have going towards what you're going towards right now. And you know the timing's just not right for certain things in your life. It's not that you're successful with everything. There's a lot of things right now that you wish were better. Maybe it's your business. Maybe it's being in a relationship, or, you know, your relationship here. But you're taking back your energy. I'm also seeing racism's coming out here as well. You've been dealing with that and people's attitude. But I'm seeing turning tables on people who've discriminated against you here. Don't stoop down to your level, which I don't feel like you're doing anyways here. Justice is coming for this. And I feel like you have this deep need You do have this deep sense of justice to know like what comes around goes around with the turning tables coming out. You know that eventually right will be wrong, wrong will be righted with you, because you've seen it happen too many times in your life where people thought they could get away with it because of a certain vulnerability you have, but you end up rising higher and they end up having to face bad consequences that if they had done it to someone else, not that they should have done it or should do it to someone else, but when they do it to you, that's the end of the line. That's the end of the line. Because this is leave it alone. Like you just leave things alone here. Yeah, like they're secretly jealous. They've got money problems. I'm also seeing cats. So this person could have cats, or cats is a sign from your ancestors here that your independence is growing and the success that you have being independent will grow here. Any more advice from the ancestors here? The abundance is coming though. And you're having fun at the same time. You find things to look forward to. You're getting kind of used to certain things being stagnant or not for you. And that's something that a lot of people around you can't seem to do. We also have the bat, which talks about trusting your senses, but it's also talking about a rebirth. A rebirth is coming because the rebirth has already started inside of you here. And the horse, you've really honored your sensitivity. It's also showing movement, the horse in movement, and it's also representing, horses represent freedom. We got the sirens going too in the background, so it's this energy that something major may happen that gives you justice and gives you freedom. And we also have the deer and antlers is really strong here, just symbolizing the strength that you have, as well as the softness here, and how you are coming from a softer perspective, not a weaker perspective, just a softer one here. You're the turkey is here being grateful, but also getting out there and igniting what you're good at and being grateful for all that is within you here. But with the elder hair, you really do see and speak authority, and people don't know where you get that from because it doesn't seem like you deal with many people. And in their opinion, you don't respect many people, but you really connect with spirit or with elders. And just because they don't know these people doesn't mean that they're not. It's like maybe they want the intel here themselves, and like how do they want to do it, but they're not willing to give a fair exchange. And I'm hearing that you want a fair exchange and you deserve a fair exchange. You're a loyal person. Some of you dealing with the music industry here, someone wants to apologize. So some people want to apologize here about things, meditate on things right now, try not to react. There could be this love connection. It could go the distance and they do want to apologize. Be patient here for some of you and allow them to come towards you at this moment. But if this resonated with you and you'd like something more deeper, look at my offerings pinned at the top of my profile, and have a great night. Ciao.